Alright guys, we're back for another Dragon Ball Legends video. Very much enjoying Legends, a lot. So much so that when I saw this tier list here by GamePress, I wanted to sort of look at it. Now, unlike if I was looking at, say, like a Dokkan tier list, right, where I'm sort of like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say the word criticize, but maybe criticize, you know, sort of like certain units, like, oh, this unit should be there, that unit should be there. I'm more so using this as like a learning guide for myself, right, to see, because I believe back in the past it was a big meme how bad some of these tier lists were, but I believe a lot of that has been rectified, and from what I've heard, that these have been very, very good for Legends as of late, so that's cool. I think I did one of these for a Dokkan tier list here on GamePress, right, but I believe they only focus on global Dokkan, right? So obviously that puts you, there's a lot of units that aren't really thought of in these tier lists. I remember doing a video on that, and I was emailing someone about my involvement in one in the future or something like that, but I think either I just never responded. Sometimes I'm bad with replying to emails. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Let's just go ahead and jump in, right? So, again, I more so want to take a look at this and just get a sort of, like, gauge of some characters versus other characters, right? Again, I'm using this as sort of like a teaching tool for myself, right? Because a lot of the info I know about the game is just because, you know, I frequently do watch, like, Goresh's videos. I watch D-Free, I'll watch Riku. I watch a lot of the Legends YouTubers, right? You know, because I've always enjoyed the game. I am a day one player. Like, literally the very first day you could download it. It was from, like, it was available in, like, the New Zealand App Store or something like that. Day one. I was playing day one. I am a day one Legends player. So, you know, I've always followed it. I always do like it. And, of course, I want it to do good. So, you know, the second year anniversary, I jumped in and I wailed out very hard. So, I mean, Blue Vegetto is just ridiculous. The thing with him, like, it's just the fact that when he does a strike card, he gives himself ki and then draws another strike card. Like, it's just insane. So, like, you fight a Blue Vegetto and he gets priority and starts getting hits in, like, your unit, like, a unit dies. Like, you can't really avoid it. So, Vegetto is pretty insane. So, this Kid Goku, right? I don't know if it'll be easy to show up on Legends space. I haven't really tested too much with, like, characters that have Zenkai awakenings, but I think you can see some of the details, but maybe not all of them or something like that. I don't know, but this Kid Goku is a free-to-play unit, so the point with this list is that they will put, like, Kid Goku is here as Zenkai 7, completely maxed out, right? Like, we see the same thing on, like, Dokkan, like the lists over on, like, the Reddit, right? Where they go, like, the APT and stuff like that. They'll calc something like LR Vegetto Blue at Rainbow level because he's very easy to obtain free to play. But then, you know, some of the LRs and Dokkan Fest, they would calc at 55%, you know, without dupes. Because that's, you know, realistic of what a free-to-play player is going to be able to acquire. So they're kind of doing the same thing here, where Kid Goku is thought of at full built-up Zenkai 7, right? Which, you know, I know that there's another one coming, Kid Trunks. Let's see, he comes out on the 10th, I believe. I already talked to Goresh. We're going to do some co-op to grind out. Because what is it? You grind co-op to get tickets to summon on the banner to get the Zenkai for Kid Goku, and Trunks, I assume, will be the same. I know Kid Goku is very strong for the Saiyan team, right? Now, with my account right now, I mean, I got videos explaining all types of stuff going on, but I definitely have most of the actual good units to build a proper Saiyan team. One of the only units I don't have is, like, the Broly and Chile units. I actually am not really too sure of what this unit does, right? Because when they came out, I'm pretty sure they're good, but I believe a lot of the main focus around them was, or excuse me, a lot of the main focus at the time was on the Vegetto, the yellow Vegetto who came out simultaneously, right? So, like, he kind of stole the show. I mean, obviously, a transforming Super Vegetto is going to steal the show, even though this is the first dual unit. I mean, this does open up a lot of possibilities in the future for Legends, right, as dual units. Okay, so we got Blue Vegeta here, and we also have Merged Zamasu. Now, I am planning right now, I mean, we'll see. I'm probably going to do it on Twitch, because, like, I've already uploaded, like, 10 summon videos at this point in the second year anniversary. I probably am not going to upload anymore, but I don't really like doing off-cam summons either. So what I probably will do is I'll go over to Twitch, and I'll probably just stream summons until I 14-star Merge Zamasu. But he is just, like, dude, like, as the fight goes on, Zamasu's damage gets so insane to me. Like, he just is so crazy. And then, like, again, everyone is running green units to counter Vegetto. Because you have to run a green unit to counter Vegetto Blue or you die. So Merge Zamasu is then countering the Vegetto counter. So, like, you know, Merge Zamasu is crazy. Like, I don't know much. My opinion is definitely not qualified to really, like, you know, dissect this or anything like that. But I certainly do agree with these two here. Now, this blue Vegeta, so I've used this guy a bunch, and what I've found is that my skill level with this game currently is just not up to snuff with using this blue Vegeta, right? Because I believe when you use his main ability, you increase your draw speed and stuff like that, right? Which works very well. Let me see here. Yeah, by 2 levels. Oh, God, by 2 levels and 50 key. Yeah, so the thing with him is that when you're doing that along with, like, the proper techniques, like the charge step and stuff like that, like, you'll just combo forever. I can sort of go in and out of it, like, a little bit. Like, I'm improving, but I'm just not at the level. Like, this is a unit that in the hands of, like, you know, Goresh or D-Free or something like that, right? They're going to annihilate with this guy. But me, every time I get cute and bring this Vegeta, like, I just get destroyed. Like, I'm just not good enough to properly utilize everything he's capable of doing. The other thing he does, too, though, that's really good is, yeah, when you hit his ult, that's no switching. So, like, if you can actually get that ult very quickly and use it while a Vegetto Blue is in, you can obliterate him because you can't switch, right? So that's really good. Okay, so, again, you know, judging by what I've seen from Zenkai units, obviously, I mean, Kid Goku, yeah, and, like, I do agree, especially, like, in Dokkan, I mean, I agree with what they did with the APT lists. I mean, it's just, it looks weird, right, when it's, like, I don't know, like, LR Tech Broly, and then, like LR Blue Vegetto is, like, right next to him, right, because Blue Vegetto is rainbowed and Tech Broly is not, but, I mean, that didn't actually happen, because I imagine 55% Tech Broly is probably shitting on LR Vegetto Blue, even in terms of damage, the free-to-play Vegetto Blue, by the way. So yeah, this is fine. Plus, Zenkai is, like, getting them a Zenkai 7 is, like, real annoying. It's not a fun process. It's very tedious. Okay, so these are S tier. So they made this Z tier very, very exclusive. I do actually sort of like that. I think if there are units that are just, like, completely a step above, making that top level kind of exclusive, I do buy that. I do like the justification of doing that, right? Like, me personally in Dokkan, if I did the same sort of thing where there's, what sort of they got Z, S, and then tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so, like, for me, Z tier would be Blue Vegetto, Blue Gogeta, and UI Goku, right? Then S tier would probably be, like, Kale Caulifla, Gohan and Goten, maybe the Super Saiyan 4s, maybe Tech Broly, maybe even STR Cooler, I think, could poke his head into something like that, right? But Z tier I would save just for those 3 units, right? So I do like keeping Z tier very tight like that, and then just explode S tier and make a lot of really good units. So what is the justification here? So absolute best fighters in the game. They have a team or multiple teams built around them. I mean, yeah, Vegetto Blue, like, that's what's so crazy about this guy, too. Like, I remember, oh, my God, like, so, like, what I'll do oftentimes during the quarantine, middle of the night, you know, I'll go for, like, a walk or something like that. Like, I'll go running, you know, to keep, like, exercise daily because my gym is still closed at the time, like, right now, as I'm recording this. And I was listening to D-Free and Goresh break these guys down, and, like, it's like, people have said this about me, right? They say, oh, you know a unit's good when Truth just starts laughing while reading the info. And, like, I was getting that same feeling from D-Free and Goresh, right? Like, they read his Z ability that he's buffing, like, Future, God Key, and Fusion, and they just start laughing, like, oh, I love that, right? But yeah, so, obviously, Vegetto Blue, right, with a ridiculous Z ability like this, you're gonna, look at that! I might have to 14-star him. I might have to. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna, because, I mean, it would cost, like, 10 grand to do, but, Oh, how many copies do I need? Okay. So I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 14 copies of him left to 14-star him. So maybe that's not the best idea. It's quite a few, right? But yeah, I mean, I certainly would say that many teams will be built around him, right? Let's see. Full team support, which allows them to accentuate how powerful their toolkits are. Yep, because, I mean, again, with, like, Blue Vegetto on Future, God Key, and he's on all 3 of those teams. Future, God Key, and Fusion Warrior, Merge Zamasu is. And, like, he has that cover change ability where he'll, stop a strike card and then, sort of blow the enemy back, right? So, like, he's covering Vegetto Blue in multiple ways. So, like, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. They also own an ability that exerts control over core game systems. Yes, like drawing a strike card when you use a strike card. That would definitely be an example of that. And forces enemy teams to play around a single fighter. Oh yeah, because if you don't bring a green unit, you're in trouble with Vegetto Blue all over the place, right? All right, so see now, like I have experience now, a good amount of experience with these three. I have not fought a Zenkai 7 Kid Goku. I've seen some gameplay of him, but I've not fought one. And then a lot of these guys I haven't even fought either, right? I've seen some details of them. Like, I know how good Zenkai Buu is, but I believe, for the justification of this tier list, they're, at Zenkai level 1. He does heal a lot. Yeah, and when you pair him up with Super Baby too, things just get ridiculous. Regeneration back in the team wins PvP matches. Yep, long drawn-out attrition. Oh, boy, yeah. I hear people hate, like, a lot of, like, timeouts against the regeneration team and stuff like that. Zenkai 1 had not been achieved. He'd still be an excellent bench. Oh, really? What is his... Oh, boy. His power level is probably going to be super low here. Let's go by green. I'm actually... Off the top of my head, I don't know what Boo's Z ability is. It's going to be like that a lot. With a lot of characters, like, I don't have, like, a lot of their kits memorized, stuff like that with Dokkan. So he gives regeneration... Oh, yeah, he does have a good one. Wow, strike and blast defense. Okay. And, I mean, obviously the defense plays in very, very well with what regeneration wants to do, with healing a lot and kind of sticking around, stuff like that. I get that. That makes sense. Okay. So let me see who else, like, just other units that pop out. Okay, so Shallot, I mean, his inclusion right here, you could kind of put a big fat question mark on him because he's about to get the God form, right? And, like, considering that Super Saiyan 3 level, he's good enough to be S tier, which... I mean, outside of the very tippity top of the top, he's in, like, pretty much the highest tier, right? Like, he's in here with the first year anniversary unit. So, like, what is God Shallot going to be like? And the other thing, too, about God Shallot, right, is that he's going to be on God Keys. So, it's going to be very interesting. And, I would have to talk to maybe one of the other more experienced players about this, but, like, how is it using Shallot, who's neutral against everything, right? He doesn't have a weakness. He doesn't have a strength in terms of typing. Like, how does that affect team building? I definitely want to ask, like, Goresh or D-Free and stuff like that about that. Rose is here. Me thinking about 14-starring Merge Zamasu. Oh, actually, excuse me. I am definitely going to 14-star Merge Zamasu. Vegetto Blue, probably not. But I'm hoping I have 14-star Rose in the process as well. Let's read his explanation. Let's see what we got here. So, debuff to the entire enemy team makes it extremely hard to deal with him and his teammates. Yeah, so, like, the thing with Rose, right, is as soon as he hits the field, I believe, he slaps some attack debuffs on the enemy, which, I mean, especially, like, them working that with, like, Zenkai Beerus or something like that, who just has, like, infinite health and defense, basically. All right, let me see. So, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received from God Key or Future 3 times when the battle begins. So that's not even when he hits the field. It's when the battle begins. Then when he vanishes, he destroys an enemy card. I kind of like that. Okay. I didn't... This is something I didn't know off the top of my head. So he reduces damage sustained by 30% after he vanish steps. He's good. Yeah, that's really good. And then he increases... Okay. Wait. Based on own remaining health when he enters the battlefield. So if he's below 75%, he gets the card draw speed. That's... When you start getting units with card draw speed in the hands of experienced and skilled players, it gets very, very scary. So that is interesting to see. Okay, Rose. I mean, obviously they made Rose. I remember Rose dropping was huge, and I remember it was actually surprising that Legends did not hit top grossing at the time. Rose hitting, like, coming out, because he was, like, a big deal. Like, it was, like, sort of like a big, like, mini celebration or something like that. Like, I remember when Rose dropped, I was in New York City. All right, so... Super Baby 2 is crazy. Obviously, Vegetto, I remember when he came out during the first year anniversary. I fought an Android 21, and she beat my ass in. I believe I was using blue. Yeah. This is one of the times I was using blue Vegeta, and 21 destroyed me. This Goku is seemingly very, very powerful. I've definitely encountered him. He does a lot of damage. Pretty one-dimensional offensively. I believe he's based around Blast, right? I believe this Goku... Let me double check that. But I believe he's based around Blast. We'll just go for, like, 6-star, right? That's sort of the default. Level 5,000. Yeah, well, he's got more blast stack than strike. Does he? Okay, he's increasing blast right there. He's lowering blast arts costs right there. Okay, yeah. Increasing blast damage right there. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, he is definitely centered around blast. He's an excellent primary green. Yeah, that's how unfortunate, man. They released an LF who is, like, underwhelming, right? Like, he's... Like, Blue, Vegeta, Kefla, and this Goku are, like, way better than him, aren't they? Like, I don't know. Goresh was telling me he could foresee this Goku getting a Zenkai not too far from now. Because I was asking Gresh who I should get with my Super Chrono Crystals and then my Legends tickets. And I mentioned that I did not have this guy, and he said getting him to 7-star soon could be a good idea because he could be in line for a Zenkai. Because, you know, if he's far below the other Legends Limited, look what they did with Beerus, right? Like, Beerus was, like, not even worthy of being a Legends Limited unit, and then they gave him his Legendary Finish and his Zenkai, and it's like, oh, he's actually the best one now. So, you know, we'll see. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, that would be interesting. I mean, they should, you know, I don't know how people would feel about this, but considering the price tag on Legends Limited units and how difficult it is to obtain them, you know, buffing them if they're bad, I think is good. Like, that's important because the resources required to get that guy compared to how good he is, you know, you want it to be close there, right? You don't want to spend hundreds of dollars or thousands and thousands of saved free-to-play crystals, and then you get him, yeah, I got him, but he's ass. Like, that's not fun, right? This Vegetto's obviously a problem. Rage Trunks, I've used him a little bit in PvE, but I haven't actually gone into PvP with him. He does seem very interesting, though, with his heals. And then, of course, he ramps up damage as he's getting hit, I believe, right? He can struggle to do damage until he's ramped up. Yeah, once he gets ramped up, though, his damage is very, very good. And I believe he also does do extra damage against, like, regen or something like that. Let me actually take a look at his kit real quick. I believe this Trunks does extra damage against regen and maybe Future or God Key or something like that. Yeah, God Key and regen. I mean, so that's very good, because God Key is, like... God Key or Fusion are the two most prevalent teams right now, I'd imagine, right? And then regen, that's really good, because you want characters that are good against regen from how annoying it is to fight them. And he reduces damage, and he reduces damage until... So, if you cover change, he has 50% damage reduction. That's pretty good. I assume it works that way. And then shorten zone substitution count by 10 when enemy activates Rising Rush. So, he's built in a way where the enemy activates their Rising Rush, and no matter what, you can throw this Trunks in front of it. That's good. That's a very interesting ability of his. Okay, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Omega's here. I mean, you know, I heard people are saying that his green card and his ultimate card are, like, damn near, like, the best in the game. Because his green card locks the opponent in for, what is it, 3 counts? I mean, that's devastating against, you know, depending upon who you're fighting. But I guess Trunks and Vegetto, I mean, these are going to be very prevalent in the meta, especially Vegetto on that Fusion team. Although, Vegetto has only been on the one banner and he has not returned, right? I was actually surprised because last year, when they dropped Super Vegetto, right, a mainstay to his team was the Blue Gogeta at the time. You really wanted Blue Gogeta on the team. Where is Blue Gogeta? What? I went by him, didn't I? Oh, there he is right there. Yeah, this guy was a mainstay to the team, but he was not on the anniversary banners or anything like that. Then they released a Fusion banner, you know, like right around right now, that had Blue Gogeta as, like, the main, you know, unit of the banner. What's weird is they did the same thing this year, but they didn't put that yellow Vegetto on there. It's weird, right? Like, this should be yellow Vegetto. If they did that, people would have summoned on this banner. I probably would have summoned on this banner if they had done that. So that was definitely a little bit odd to me. Because, like, this is the anniversary. This is where they should be maximizing profits as much as possible. And putting that yellow Vegetto out on a separate banner from the anniversary banners would have been smart. Gotenks is here. I've heard people say that Gotenks is replaced by the EX Gogeta. He might have just gotten replaced by an EX rarity fighter. Yeah, because Goresh, if you guys did not see, went in very deep for that EX Gogeta. And I've heard some people saying that Gogeta is very, very good. Yeah, look at this. While he might be hard to get, EX Gogeta Red is superior to Gotenks on the core of the team. Interesting. Okay. I'm completely unfamiliar with what this Gotenks does, right? Like, I skipped over her, but I know what Kefla does, and I've fought Kefla a hell of a lot, because Obviously, the best unit in the game is blue, so cats are going to be running Kefla, Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Blue Vegeta, Zenkai Beerus, all, Boo, all those green units are going to be all over the place to counter Vegetto. So, I mean, I know very well what Kefla does. Okay, LF Piccolo, I don't have this guy. I definitely want to take a look at him. Let's see what it says here. Okay, excels at many aspects of combat, great team and regen, iconic special beam cannon, can have his damage boosted via his extra move. Okay, constitute as a legendary finish. Gotcha. Only real fault at the moment is that he's very range focused, whereas a lot of regen fighters are strike based. Okay. Defense, offense, utility support. He solidifies himself as the main regen unit, main regen yellow unit for quite a while. Interesting. Okay. All right. The Kakarot Goku, I mean, this is another really good thing. Like, Legends, from a Dokkan perspective, I'm kind of jelly, right? Like, I wish Dokkan would have released Kakarot Goku. That would have been cool. And, like, I like what they did with his sort of, like, animations. Like, when he's doing strikes, he's, like, kind of teleporting all over and stuff like that. Free-to-play players are no longer throwaway gimmick units. Yeah, he has some serious damage potential and annoying game-changing components in his toolkit. Yeah, I have this guy at, like, 6-star or something like that. I would love to get him to 14-star for sure. All right, Yellow Gohan. Actually, I'm surprised Bardock is this far down. Is it because he's red? Let me take a look here. Why is Bardock so far down? Okay. One of the best fighters in the game when transformed, but he has to wait 50 counts or for an ally to die before he transforms. Yep, I knew that. Incredible last man standing fighter. Okay, yeah, okay, so here we go. The drop from Z all the way to tier 1 comes as a surprise due to changes in the meta. Okay, his transformation restriction is now a bit of a detriment. Quite a few difficult matchups in the meta. I mean, yeah, Vegetto Blue rampaging through PvP certainly is an issue. Not many can afford to stand in his way once he does transform. Okay. Restores his Vanish Gauge. Has the capability of ripping through anyone that stars align for him. Okay, interesting. So, I'm definitely getting the vibe that one reason he's pushed down is because of Vegetto Blue. Rose is still in here, and Omega. Yeah, okay, so only Rose and Omega are even in S tier. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just from my limited knowledge, I would say this tier list does seem very good, very well done. Like, they're making points, but then they're consistent with it, right? Like, okay, we're gonna dock Bardock a little bit because he's red, but then you could tell, like, I mean, I think Rose and Omega, from what I know, definitely deserve to be up here, but not many other reds probably do. Yep, okay, makes a lot of sense. Cooler. I mean, it's hard to talk too much, I guess, about the Zenkai units like Cooler and Beerus, because, Zenkai 7, they're like, what, probably the second and third best unit in the game besides Vegetto Blue, but, for the purposes of this, they're detailing them as Zenkai 1, because Zenkai 1 is pretty easy to obtain free-to-play. It takes a little bit of time to grind up that friendship, but they did release that equipment that increases friendship level, so that's not really so bad. Yellow Gohan, we know how annoying he is. Full Power Frieza, a great defensive unit. Purple, yeah, okay, so a lot of tier 1 units for LOE. Actually, all of LOE's... Where's LF Frieza? LF Frieza this far down? Oh, okay, let me take a look at this. Okay. Excellent support, high damage dealing ult. Really should have been a different color. Still worthwhile addition. Okay, yeah, because he replaces, or he's just overlapping with the purple Cooler, who is, like, amazing, right? I'm gonna ask Gresh about that, his thoughts about that. Both that Cooler, transforming Cooler, and this LF Frieza being purple. He works good with Zenkai Cooler. But Zenkai Cooler much prefers the Cooler purple. Okay. Talking about the moves they're holding and stuff like that. Release of... Oh, okay, yeah, I remember Gresh making a video on this. Broly and Chile with this guy. They do both Frieza Force tag and have highly effective, powerful fighters with some synergy between them. What he lacks in damage can be made up by other... Well, I mean, yeah, because this Frieza's a support type, right? Like, that's kind of what his job is. Okay, interesting. What other LFs? Let me hunt out any other LFs. Okay, there is Goku. Yeah, I just want to take a look at the justification for all the LFs real quick. Okay, so let's take a look at Goku. Beerus we don't need to focus on because obviously, the difference between Zenkai 1 and 7 is a lot. He can kill fighters in one hit. Yeah, if he's managed to attack buffs or if it's a counter, right? Because he gets, like, huge attack increases if the special move is a counter. He buffs Super Saiyan, which is good, making him extremely powerful in the Sun family. Yeah, Super Saiyan is always going to be good. There's always going to be, like, Super Saiyan 1, stuff like that, right? Ultimately, the Saiyan team synergizes much more with the support focus. Blue Goku, yeah, from the Saiyan saga, I've heard about that. This Goku doesn't have the effectiveness he did on release, and his team would much prefer a strike-based team at the moment. Okay. That's interesting how that, like, units that are going to be probably more based towards strike, like damage or wanting strike cards, but then, like, the meta and the way the team is built now has a lot of units that are prioritizing blast or are holding blast cards. Makes sense. I got it. I'm following along. Okay, so who are we looking for still? Gohan and Goten? Are those, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, of course. Those are the only LFs I believe we haven't looked at. All right, so he's like perfect cell yellow in his prime. What? Okay, so he's super good then. What? Okay, high damage, disrupting abilities, ultimate move, nuke will keep him relevant for a while. Yep. Health stat is excessively low. Interesting. And his best theoretical teams are rare and acquire big limit breaks to mask his fragility. Interesting. Okay. All right, that is something I did not know. He's not what people were expecting, as he doesn't seem to be as flat-out oppressive as his counterparts on release, such as Blue Goku, Vegetto, Gohan. Very fragile, and his extra move is a counter that only works on blast attacks. Yeah, the green card, yeah. Yeah, they really should have made that against both Strike and Blast. I mean, if he gets a Zenkai, it probably would work against Strike and Blast, huh? And he only can use a special move to combo off that. Yeah, that's stupid, because, like, the purple-blue Vegeta, right, who... This guy is another nuisance. I hate fighting this guy. The 1-year anniversary blue Vegeta, he's a real pain in the dick because when he switches in, he locks you in for, how many timer counts is it? 5. Yeah, 5 is, like, that's decent, man. That's more than enough for him to demolish a green type unit, right? So, like, he's a very big pain in the ass. So, like, you know, you run into him and, like, this Goku will be annihilated. And this Vegeta, too, the thing about him is his green card, it's the same thing where it counters, like, blast attacks like that Goku, except he can hit with, like, he can follow up with anything, right? Whereas this Goku can only follow up with his special move. It's very, very bizarre. Super Saiyan, Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku just kicked him off the Saiyan core, so he's now down to tier 2. Oh, R.I.P. our boy. All right, here's the two remaining LFs, right? The last two? Yeah, I believe so. Blast attack can reach high levels after a few blast starts cards. Yeah, because his damage increases when he does blast. Might be popular, but his fact he's fallen off considerably. Hybrid Saiyan added red Trunks, which completely replaces him on the core. Yeah, because the red Trunks is very good against regen, right? Sun Family's not doing well either. Yeah, but there's always new units added. I mean, it's not going to take much for Sun Family to get ridiculous, right? Issues not just team-related. He himself pales in comparison to what most newer fighters are capable of. Okay. He requires a dead teammate or a lot of blast cards to get really going. Current hybrid team is entirely strike-based. There you go. Okay. All right. Yeah, they're explaining it well to where even I understand exactly why they have units ranked in places like this. All right. Ridiculous amount of uniques that increases damage output as well as restores ki. I believe one thing about Goten, right? Is that you do want to use him on, like, a Sun Family team specifically, right? Let me take a look at him, because I'm not really too sure what he does. Okay, so he gets 50% to ultimate damage if all 3 battle members are both Sun Family. That's very restrictive. Damn, that sucks. He doesn't give himself ki from his main ability either? That's a bummer. Okay. If Gohan's a battle member, restore ki by 50 when he enters the battlefield. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. And if there's... Okay, the following effects occur per Sun Family battle member. 20% to blast damage, 10% to ki recovery, and -2 to blast arts cost. Okay, so he definitely does a lot. And then, 45% is a lot if Goku is defeated. Okay. Yeah, but you could see that he's just very, very reliant, right? On having, whatchamacallit, Sun Family characters. Okay. And then he changes strike arts to blast arts. Oh, okay, so he's like Cooler, except in reverse, right? Because I know that's one of the reasons like Cooler can be so good, right? Is that even if you've got blast, you just pop that special, and then you have a handful of strike cards. Okay, that's super good. Okay, so this gets rid of endurance. Following effects to allied Gohan upon activation. Interesting. Oh, that's pretty good. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So this Goten definitely seems very, very interesting then. Okay. But you have to use him on a Sun Family team. Yeah, needs a specific team around him to really shine. So, like, him being this low, I mean, I can compare it to me thinking about, like, I don't know, Beerus, specifically in Dokkan, where it's like, yeah, Beerus is like at his best better than like STR Cooler, but like the problem is that you have to have very specific build around Beerus in order to do that, whereas Cooler is good everywhere, right? So okay, that makes sense. Unfortunately, the purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku completely kicked him off the core of the Sun family team, and Hybrid Saiyans would much rather use the Android 13 movie Trunks. Okay, so purple Goten is now a secondary choice on both primary teams. Okay, this was very interesting. I did enjoy this. I mean, we could still keep going. I mean, there's just so much here, but like a lot of the main units I was looking for, you know, we did get details on, right? Let me look at the very, very bottom. So tier 5 is the bottom, the last one. Yeah, okay. So let's see who the worst characters are. So this is not recommended on the bench or core whatsoever. Oh, my girl Khalifa. Legends does not favor Kale and Khalifa the way Dokkan does, huh? Okay, Trunks is there for now, but he might be Z tier, the next one, when he gets his Zenkai 7, right? Bunny Bulma. Oh, yeah, this boy. Yeah, oh, Kale. Damn, what a shame. Kabe? Really? Okay. Yeah, Yardrat Goku. Yeah, some of these free-to-play units. Vegeta and Turles. I mean, they could use Zenkais. Green Piccolo. Gotenks, this Piccolo. All the Piccolos, dude. Oh. Paikuhan. Oh, I remember Paikuhan when he was so bad, and then he got his, like, when they did, like, buffs to the units, he got his buff, and he was good again, and then now he's bad again already. Yeah, a bunch of these. Oh, I remember, yeah, this was, like, the meta shatter when he first showed up, right? Pan, 16, Krillin, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this 16 is ass in a very similar way that the Android 16 is in Dokkan, right? I believe you need a Gohan with this guy to really make him function good, which limits him a lot. This is bizarre. Majin Vegeta, like, should be one of the best characters in Legends, so it wouldn't surprise me if we get, like, a better Majin Vegeta soon or something like that. Okay. Alright, and then, you know, Baseball Yamcha. I believe they haven't returned his event in, like, 500 years. Doesn't Deborah not have, like, a tag or something like that? Hold on. Let me take a look. Wait. Unfortunately, he was practically dead on arrival due to the lack of a team, and he's being power crept to make it worse. Let me take a look at Deborah real fast. Because, I mean, I guess eventually they could do a Majin Buu saga. Like, they could release some units that would buff the Majin Buu saga, right? They could easily do that. I mean, that's the good thing about Legends is... I mean, Legends, to me, appears to be far more consistent with their tags and their arcs and stuff like that. Like, they even have, like, an anime original arc for, like, you know, like, Bardock and, like, you know, Chilled and these characters that Dokkan does not have and Dokkan really should. So that's interesting. That, like, that's one thing, like, again, Legends is pimp-slapping Dokkan, I think. Because, like, Blue Vegeta came out, LF Blue Vegeta, right? And everyone was pissed. I thought it was stupid. Everyone was complaining about it, that this guy was not on Future. The reason it would have been the most dumb, idiotic thing in the world, too, by the way, if this guy's not on Future, this guy would not have been on Future either, right? But then they were like, okay, we'll put him on Future, which in the process means a blue Goku from the Trunks arc and a blue Kaioken Goku from the Trunks arc, and then subsequently blue Vegetto and base Vegetto from this arc as well would qualify for the Future team. So, I mean, obviously that is a huge, huge decision. Very, very good on Legends for realizing, okay, people are right, we should add him to Future. And, you know, they ended up making Vegito Blue build to, like, very similarly to that. So, yeah, Deborah, our poor Deborah, no tags. He doesn't even get Powerful Opponent, huh? Let me take a look at Powerful Opponent real quick, and then we're probably going to finish up. Let me pull up Merge Zamasu, because I believe he's the only buffer currently to Powerful Opponent, right? Another reason I do want to 14-star my boy. Let me take a look at his 14-star. Okay. Damn, 28% is a lot. To Future or God Key Blast Attack and Defense. And then 15% to Powerful Opponent Blast Attack. I need to ask Goresh if that stacks. Like, is Merge Zamasu himself getting 43% from his Z ability? Probably not, right? That seems high, but we'll see. Then it jumps up to 32% and then 18%. Like, man, I'm 7-starring this boy. I'm just saying it right now. Or I'm 14-starring him. Absolutely. I'm not walking out of this anniversary with this man not 14-starred. I love him so much. Honestly, if I'm being dead honest, this is my favorite character in the game right now. I don't know. Listen, I'm sorry. I got nothing to say. All right? I'm just going to go ahead and end the video. This was fun. I'm really, really, really enjoying Legends, coming back to it. all of the changes and updates they made to the game, they care so much, and it's very, very much shows. So, thanks guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this list. I think it's very good. And I'll catch you guys next time.